Again, don't do a lot on YouTube, so... Oh, there we go. Now we got it up and running again. And that should work. Edwin just adjusting the line to see where he wants to come off that 8 to come back up for the 9. He'll probably just put a hair of left-hand siding on this and shoot the 8 fairly soft. On that 9 ball, doesn't mind if he's dead straight even. It's a little awkward where he's at right now, but he should still be able to draw into that side rail before the 10 and come back out. Oh, rattles the 9. Did not expect that from Edwin. Gary's son already up 2-1. Just needs to cut the 9 ball in. He'll have shape on the 10. Oh, that's right. I have to turn VMix Social on. Paul looking to take a 3-0 lead. He'll bring the cue ball around 3 rails for that 9. Oh, maybe only 2. It's not going to get to the 3rd rail. Cue ball's going to have a lot of speed off this 9. If he slow rolls it, the cue ball's going to go almost right at the 10. It'll be really close. So it's kind of dangerous. You could end up with a really steep angle there. Gary unable to make the 9 ball on that top left table, leaving Edwin to have another go at it. Yeah, and he tried to cheat the side pocket. Paul did. Because the angle on that 9 was a little funny. Mike not unhappy, although even looking at this, the cue ball's going close to the 10. He's going to have to put a little bit of left on it to check it off that side rail and bring it into the center of the table. But maybe just a hair. No, he was fine. I thought the angle was a little bit different there. Would be nice to have like 4, 5, or 6 cameras up there, wouldn't it? Right. Hey, there we go. Mike getting one on the board, and he's made a ball. Will that one ball dress up for him? Not as nice as he would like. He's going to have a tough combination to start, or a safety. I think you play the safety. You bank the one ball here, back down table, and try and get the cue ball across and in behind. Oh, he went for the carom on the 5. I didn't even see that. I don't mind that either. I'm just happy for once I saw the defensive approach fairly quickly. Normally I don't see it at all. 3 ball's going to get out of Gary's way, but it's not Gary's way, it's Edwin's way. That's all tied up at 2. Paul's going to have to kill this cue ball quick with the 1. Watch that 1 ball slowly roll. Oh, and it rattles in the pocket and the cue ball goes off the horn, but gets in behind the 9, so he may have missed it, but he didn't sell it out. Edwin's got a bit of a problem with that 5 ball in the road. The 4 ball's kind of hampering where he'd like to cue it, but not that much. I guess he's just got a longer bridge than usual. Oh, did he get a little rub on the 3, or did that go straight in? So Mike was looking at right about there, right? So right. That's going to be close. Yeah, so right about there, yep. Now, putting topspin on this is going to make it curve towards the side rail. So he's got to hit it in the center. Yeah, I think he actually put a little bit of left on there. Just misjudged what needed to happen to get by the 6. Happens to everybody. Oh, that's right. So I'm just taking that off the poster. I know I can't really read some of those, but These are the event sponsors: the Vancouver Sign Group, Timey Roofing, Wallace Construction Services, Spick and Span Cleaning Services, the Caillou Grill, Kicking Billiards. That's just doing our streaming commentating part. Gary looking to go up 3-2. Paul has a little bit of work to do to get to his third rack. And I was muted for a while there. Mute button gets a score of 5 for that. That was quite a long time. Oh, man. I'm just going to offer up excuse number 7. You guys can make up whatever that is. Mike's going to leave the 5 ball out there. It's not in the best spot for Paul. Cutting it in the side leaves the cue ball with a lot of speed. Taking it to the corner offers up a possible scratch in the side, and the cue ball, if you do draw it back, now has to travel a long way to go for the 6. I don't know. I think you might want to play safe here. No, totally me, Cass. Totally me. I was sitting here talking away, yabber, and then I looked over and saw that the lights indicating my microphone is muted were on. It's like, whoops. I'm really curious to see how Paul plays this 5 ball, because it's a bit of an awkward shot. You don't really like passing these up, but if it's not really advantageous to take it, then you really don't need to. There's no great safety here either. You could just bank this 5, try and get it in on the 7-6 and bring the cue ball up and down the table. Just gonna just cut it over. He tried to go for it, I think. No, that was too far. He was just trying to get the cue ball into that 6-9, I think. He wouldn't miss that 5 by that much playing the shot. Mike, meanwhile, would have loved to have been a little bit straighter on the 6, I think. Or is he... Well, he could be pretty darn straight already, so he just needs to draw it back a ball width or so. Yeah, that'll work. Similar type of shot here to get on the 8. You don't want to be straight. A little bit of angle, left or right, is fine. Just be able to move your cue ball. Well, maybe he does want to be straight. And he just wants to stop it right there and take this 9 in the bottom right corner. Yep, that looks like what the goal was. What does I know? I know that it's 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon and I get to sit here and watch some pretty decent pool. Gary trying to play safe with the 4. No, he's banking it. Oh, and off both horns. But he's hung it up to dry. And with a table like this, Edwin should be able to take the lead. The only thing that might be a little tricky is the 8 to the 9. And I say that just because sometimes when you have balls grouped together like that, especially with the 9 ball where it is, if you don't land on that 8 nice, it can be a little funky to try and get on it again. You might have to move the cue ball a little bit more than you're planning. I think Mike's going to make the 6 in the left-hand side pocket. Almost. Oh, just about made the cue ball. Thought it was going to go there. Paul may elect to play safe here. You can punch this 1 ball down table and get your cue ball into here. I think that'll work. I'm pretty sure he got in on the 6 at the right speed and he didn't leave that 1 ball. Mike should have to kick at it. The feed down on Facebook? I'll have to double check that. Oh, it says it's up and running. Yeah, there it is. Sorry about that. For some reason, the bracket or the stream on Facebook wasn't showing up on my end. So, got it all sorted out now. Four, 6 combination. I have to cut it a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't able to cut it enough. I didn't see who potted that last ball on table number 2 up there in the top left. We'll see in a second, I guess, whether Edwin or Gary's score goes up. I thought he already tied it at 3-3. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there you go. Edwin took that one. Finally leads 4-3. It's only a race to 6, so that's a great time to catch up. Mike moving the 5 around, making Paul's life a little bit more difficult. We are also live on YouTube for those of you who'd rather watch it on the big screen and can't get Facebook to it. Mike cutting the 4 down. He should have room to get the 5 past the 6, but he's got that awkward angle away from the rail with the cue ball. It's good for the 6 ball. But, or is he gonna cut this in the bottom right corner? It must be blocked just a hair by the edge of the 6. Yeah, he's called it bottom right. Oh, Gary's son. Top left with the 2 ball. Trying to get back for the 3. He's rattled the 2, but he was on the 3 and on the 3 nicely. Oh, and Mike. A nice cut on the 5, but he's still got work to do here. 6 to the 7 is going to be tricky. You'd like to be here. So can he shoot the 6 in the corner? Yeah, you're looking at, like, if that's your line. Yeah, well, he may be able to go into it and bump the 7 free. You got to watch that scratch in the side, though. You can't really power it up. The harder you hit this, right? Because your angle's going to be like that. So you double that. It's usually double the angle out that you went in for shots like this. So twice whatever this is what this will be. And then the harder you hit it, the longer it stays along this tangent line before it starts moving. And he elected to play safe, but he's missed the safety. Tried to put that 6 off the rail into the 7-9 cluster. Is 2 balls together a cluster? It's a small cluster. Paul tried to hold it to bank the 7, I guess, but he's going to have to kick at it now, unless he's got the edge of it. Can you see paint past the 9? I don't know. It should be fairly easy, though, to kick at this 7 and hit this side of the 7 so it goes here And then you can have the cue ball hit the 9 and come up this way. More important, just to get the 7 ball to the rail. So don't hit it so hard your cue ball comes up here, but your 7 ball bounces out there. You'd rather have your opponent banking the 7 or taking some crazy steep cut shot on it than having him shoot a long shot that's just a little bit awkward. 2 rail kick from Paul here. Is he going to get a rail? No rail. We'll see if Mike notices that. Yeah, he's saying it now. There was no rail. No rail made after contact. They're watching it up on the big screen. Paul's just double checking. It's sometimes tough when you're the player shooting and you're not sure if you got a rail or not because you're watching one ball, not the other. Oh, Mike going a little long for the 9. But he should be okay here. Just above center. Gotta hit it with some pace, though, to get it to bounce. You slow roll this and play to the short side, you do bring that scratch into play. Oh, that's so close. Well done. Well done, but you know, that'll make you a little bit nervous sometimes. Played in the TGIF tournament out at the Slow Roller Room last night. Thank you very much, Brad. Thank you very much, Rob. A lot of fun, even though I played horrible. That's what I get for sitting here at the computer too much. Still good to get out once in a while. What would it be like to play in the US Open? Wouldn't that be amazing? Edwin slowly rolls that 8 in. He's going to have a long shot on the 9, but it's not too bad. Angle's good, so you can get onto the 10. You can play this with a little bit of cue power and draw it 2 rails, or you could just roll it in nice and smooth. Good discipline from Edwin there. Something wasn't right, so he stood back up rather than forcing it. Oh, Mike with a nice little rub on the 3. He got a little closer than he wanted, but it's ended up fairly nicely for him. Edwin on the hill leads Gary's son 5-3. I think Mike has to move the 7 ball. I don't believe he'll get a chance to move that 7 right now. Wants that cue ball to slow down. That's going to work. He can go after the 7 ball right now. Has to, really. But he does have a good angle to go at it. Oh, he was just looking to see if that 7 went in the side. If that 7 goes in the side, that's not a bad deal. Cue ball comes out. He's played for that side, therefore the bank is, well, the bank is there. I'm not sure if the 7 goes past the 9. The way he's lining it up, it looks like it does. Mike working his way through the rack. He's almost 90 points behind on Fargo, so... Although I think Mike's Fargo's a little low for how he can certainly shoot. 572 might be his average Fargo, but Fargo always kind of lags a little bit behind your skill level, I find, as you're improving. Because, of course, for you to make your Fargo go up, you have to shoot better than that Fargo. So, if you're putting the work in and your Fargo's going up, it's probably a couple points below where you usually, well, where you shoot now. But I'm not a mathematician, so I could be completely wrong. There you go. Mike Scott taking a 4-3 lead. In this race to 6. Let me put another one up. Where's the poster? I know what I didn't do now. Here, hold on. So that's our poster for the tournaments they've had so far. The C division and the B division are complete. A division runs this weekend, and the women's division runs next weekend. Gary going airborne over the 9, trying to cut that 1 ball on the side. Tricky little shot from there. No, he tried to kick at it. Not a bad effort. Didn't miss by much, but he did miss. So Edwin back to the table. 1 ball in the side pocket. All depends on how you like to move the cue ball around. I think putting it there and bringing your cue ball in is a pretty standard practice. He may elect to just draw straight off of there as well. I think because he put it a little bit straight, he's just going to draw it back. Yep. Yep. While we wait for Mike and Paul to get back, we'll focus on this match. Oh, he made the 10 ball. Somehow the 10 ball falls off of that. I'm not sure why he went that way. But that's okay. He had a plan. I know he did. I've played Edwin, and it's a pretty solid shooter. So if he went after it for some reason, that's the way he intended. But here's one for the practice books afterward: is memorize where the 1, 2, 3 were after the on that last shot, and then just set that up. Use hole reinforcers on the table to keep the balls in the right spot, and just practice it. Get your speed right, get your line right, get your spin right. Oh, that's a great kick. Gets a little unlucky to pot the 10. Gary, of course, because he's hooked on the 1, gives it back to Edwin, and then Edwin kicks safe. And they're back on table number 6, so we'll switch back to the 2-table view. Where did I put that? Nope. Nope. There we go. All these businesses that are helping to promote pool in the Lower Mainland. Check them out. Support their product and show them that there's a return on their investment, please. Paul hoping that 1 ball gets clear, but I think he's put it right in the window. Looks like there's a bit of a path between the 5-10. Can Mike capitalize on it? Get to the hill? Some scores to update you on. Keith Yip defeats Chris O'Neill 6-1. Terrence James defeated Marty Copeman 6-2. June Garcia defeated Bien Lim 6-3. And Shane Sexton defeated Rick Marshall 6-5. As well as Kush Zoting defeated Tony Jacobs 6-3. All matches in round 1 are underway with the exception of Mike Silvius, incidentally, of Timey Roofing, versus Diodi Nepomuceno. So that one will be underway very quickly, I believe. And Gary scratching on the 3-ball. Edwin's got work to do with the 5, 6, 7. That is a puzzle. Oh, and Paul, with the check siding, spins all the way back down table and scratches in the bottom right corner pocket. That might hurt. There's nothing that needs to be broken out here. If Mike can keep the cue ball clean, this rack is his. Had to go refill the coffee cup there. Didn't realize how quickly it had depleted itself. I mean, something like that. All back to the table. Got a tough 7-ball here. Edwin looking at a 1-rail kick on the side rail. Oh yeah, that's there. Right. Right there. And just needs it to come out a little further. Every inch helps here. That'll work. He's got the 4 in the side now. Paul with a bit of a tester. This would be a real clutch shot if he can pull it off. That looks good. Needs to get by the 8. Just squeaks by for perfect position. Those feel good when you pull them off. You make the tough cut and you get perfect position with barely any room. Edwin as well with good cue ball control to come up and down for that 5. Oh no. Paul just got down and fired at that 8 ball. If that 8 goes by the 9 into the side, he is not going to be happy. Mike Scott not going to be upset though. Hold on 1 second. It's a little chilly in here. There we go. It is fun, isn't it? There's worse ways to spend a Saturday afternoon. Could be working. Paul, decent break. Cue ball kicked by the 2. Where did it end up? We can't tell. Not too bad. That should work. Meanwhile, on table number 2, Edwin takes it down. Puts Gary right to the B side in the very first round. He will advance to play Ace Ananias. Ananias? I'm probably saying that wrong as well. Sorry, Ace. Gary, on the other hand, will play. Yeah, I'm not sure who he'll play. Juice Lee defeated Arnaldo and Fiesta 6-4. Mike, meanwhile, got to the hill with that last rack. The unexpected miss of the 8 ball on the side from Paul, especially after making such a nice 7. Mike's gonna have a bit of a tough shot here. I don't believe you want to try and draw this back past the side. I think you try and go into the side rail and then around the 7 on the with the banks from left to right. Use the rails. Wasn't able to pull it off, but hasn't given Paul Mack anything either. Table number 2 is going to be Diody and Michael. Oh, it threw me off calling him Michael. And call him Mike all the time. Mike Silvius and Diodi Nepomucemo. That's Mr. Silvius right there. Mike, similar shot as last time, a little steeper. Really got into the 5-ball though. Not sure if that 5 looks like it goes by the 9, but I could be wrong. If it goes by the 9, Paul will go for it. Probably try and draw off the 5 all the way down table and back. If the 5-ball goes to the corner, and draw off of that. And anywhere over here would be fine. But I'm not sure if the 7 goes by the 9 either. Tough to tell from this angle. Oh, and he elected to try and go around the world. He's rattled the cue ball in the side pocket, but still got the 5 to drop. Paul's work is not getting easier. Diodi warming up on the top left table. Paul with the 6 up and down the table. No, he's just going to play safe. Oh, and he's almost made the 6 in the side. That's probably a better position than it was going to end up anyway, because it was going to set up over that bottom or top right corner pocket. Mike lining up that bank side. On a little long, just barely. It looks like the 7 goes past the 9, or he wouldn't have played shape there. Not sure if Paul will cut this in or bank it. Just look at how he's bridging and stroking. Looks like it's going to go for the bank. And does he hold for the 7 in that bottom left corner? I think that'll work. Can he get the cue ball down for the 8 though? That's the question. And try and play this with topspin and miss the 9. To do this, you can't hit it hard. You've got to kind of hit it smooth. Most people know what I'm talking about. You can still hit it with a good amount of speed if you just hit it smooth. It's a tough shot to do. Long bank on the 8. Or is he going to play safe? Might just do a split safety. Send the 8 to the left-hand side rail. Oh, I think he was hoping to get the cue ball in by the 10, but that's a tough one. Oh, Diodi rattles the 1 right off the bat. Game number 1, shot number 1. Oh, now Mike Silvius coming to the table. Wearing the old Predator shirt. This looks like Mike's going to take it. Set up nicely on the 9. Pockets the 10. And Mr. Mike Scott defeats Paul Mack and will advance to round number 2. Mike's only real problem in this rack is that 6 ball. He could go after it right now, or right after the 2. But, you know, it's a little risky. Any of the balls that are close to the cluster, aka the 2 and the 3, are the closest ones. You can't really do much with because the balls that follow them are farther away. And in the case of the 2, you already didn't have the right angles. So. Mike just keeping it simple. He may end up trying to play short side shape on that 6. That's a small target zone. Whoa, Nelly. Followed it right in. Jody, ball in hand. This will give him a good opportunity to get shape on that 6. Still, not a gimme though. Oh, drew right off the 5 into the side pocket. He tried to break the 6 out. He had so much speed there. It was evident what he was trying. But Mike will play ball in hand, 6 in this bottom right corner. Roll forward a couple of inches to play the 7 in the side. Shouldn't have too many problems with this. You never know, though. Crazier things have happened. Fairly simple. Just needs to draw the cue ball like he's pointing just a few inches closer to the center of the table than he's already at. Does not want to go across the center line. And as much as you don't really want to be looking at that part of the rail when you're dead on the 10 ball, it's a little easier than shooting it from that spot on the side because you have a better area you can gauge your speed in line with. Just like that, Mr. Mike Silvius takes a 1-0 lead. I think they're about to have another match on table number 2. I'll be back in just a minute.
You were on my mind today for the first time in a long time, and I pulled out my phone and rang. I hope you don't mind, but hear your voice and I freeze. Hello, who is it you say to me? And I open my mouth to speak, saying I don't mean to call you out of the blue. This isn't something that I usually do, and you might not believe me, but I swear that it's true. Oh, I used to be sad, but now I'm out of the blue. Oh, I used to be sad, but now I'm out of the blue. And then we talked for hours, catching up on everything. And we both changed in the best ways, and this could turn into anything. And as we wind down, you say it's nice
Sorry
to
about that.
hear from you now. Swear that you
Quick little break.
make me smile, saying
Back to 2 tables as Ace and Edwin face off. You can see a few matches with Edwin in them. That's all right. He's a pretty good shot. Don't mind at all.
but I swear that it's true. Oh, I used to be sad, but now I'm out of the blue. Oh, I used to be sad, but now I'm out of the blue.
Edwin with a little bit of a fortunate roll there to get that cue ball and the 3 ball on opposite sides of the 6 and 9.
I don't mean to call you out of the blue. This isn't something that I usually do. And you might
But Ace up to the challenge.
but I swear that it's true. Oh, I used to be sad, but now
Takes that kick shot. Makes the 3 and ends up on the 4 nicely.
but now I'm out of the blue.
Well, would like to have been a little further away from the 10 ball. Fortunately for Ace, he just has to roll the 5 in and he'll be okay on the 6. Rolled it straight into the end rail. Don't know how many times I've done that myself. But he got away with it. Edwin trying to squeeze by the 9. Nicely done. Mike wanted just a little bit more of a bump on the 6, but that was a pretty darn good effort from there. Ace with a little jump shot. A little unfortunate not to get a bit better leave there, but it is what it is. Little tough to predict with jump shots. Unless, of course, you're FSR. Or that Federer Gorst kid. Yeah, he's got a pretty good jump shot, too. Edwin to the rail. Position with the cue ball coming right at the 10, so it's a large target zone. And he's right on. So much so that Ace gives him the rack. Mike with his second rack. You don't want to let Mike Silvius get too big of a lead on you. He's pretty tough to reel in. Not sure what Edwin can do with that 1 ball from here. He may have to just... Oh, I think he's trying to kick at it. Trying to make it in the side. Wow. That's a shot. Hammers it home. Wow. Oh, you can't be too fortunate, right? Oh, an ace with a nice little safety as well. The tricky part about the safety that ace just played is not necessarily the line, it's the speed. To get that cue ball just to roll up on the 10, it takes away so many other options that your opponent might normally not have. That's a good hit from Edwin. I think ace can see it, and if not, he's only got to go over part of the 3, so shouldn't be too different. Yeah, he's not even elevating, so he can see right past the 3. This might be a little tricky to get back for the 4. Oh no, the 4's out in the middle of the table. Sorry, I thought the 7 was the 4. Pushes the 3 ball off the horn. Leaves it out there. I'm not sure what Edwin's looking at. The bank side off the end rail? Oh, he's going for the safety, and he's going to get it, too. Nicely done, sir. Ace trying to kick at that 3. Fell a little short. Edwin with a great opportunity. Nothing is tied up. Once you're in line on this rack, if you can stay in line, it's all pretty simple. Easier said than done. I think Edwin really has to slow this 4 ball in. The tricky part on the 4 ball was getting the weight right so you didn't clip the 9. If you can slow it enough to get it by the 9, it's not going to run away from you. Drawing into the side rail and spinning up here. Oh, don't tell me I'm getting the hiccups. Ace drops the 6 in the corner, but he's corner hooked on the 7. You may see him play this off the horn. If he's spent any time practicing this at all, it's not that hard of a shot. A little bit too thick in that horn. Edwin going for rack number 2. Needs to get down there a little further. That should work. He should be able to come around the 10 now if he doesn't. If he can't hold it there for the 10, he still cuts the 9 in the side and sends the cue ball 3 rails back out into the middle of the table for the 9. Oh no, he was straight enough he could just go 1 rail. Nicely done. Diodi with only 2 more balls left on that table in the top left, and then he can get on the scoreboard. Like I said, Mike is a tough guy to reel in. So if he gets out in front of you, you really got to turn on the jets and try something different. Diodi on the board. Meanwhile, Edwin trying to bank the 1. Nope, just playing safe. Wants to get that cue ball in underneath the 2, and that's going to do it. I love it. Cue ball just finds its way in behind the 2. I said the cue ball, didn't I? The cue ball finds its way in behind the 2. Off and running. Ace trying to kick 2 rails at the 1 ball. He tried the 3 rail kick on the 1 and just went a little long. Not sure if that angle was there or not, but I think so. He just missed it. Edwin just checking to see exactly what angle he wants to be on to play that 3 in the side. He's going to hit a little bit below center. Just stun it right towards us. There it is. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Mike going airborne. Got a good hit on the 1. And he's going to end up safe, maybe? Maybe not. Edwin working that top right corner. Mike with ball in hand. I think Jody scratched on the break there. So we'll see what he can do with that. Looks like Edwin has a window to get after the 7 ball. Just barely. And holds it for the 8. Wow, that's a great way to start your inning. Edwin looking to go up 3-0. And again, for the 3rd rack out of 4, ace gives him the game. Oh, and Mike hanging the 3 ball in that bottom left corner. That could be a game changer for this rack. Diodi stalking that 7 ball. Would love to draw even here. Edwin with an opportunity to go up 4-0. Oh, Diodi misses the 7 ball and leaves it for Mike. That's a painful miss, that one. Edwin playing the 2-7 combination now. Somehow has to control the 2, so he has another shot at it. Oh, and he's going to jam it in the corner on the 7, so it's not going to go anywhere. Just needs to come back out into the middle. Little spin on that cue ball brought it around perfect. And there it is, Mike. Finishes off that little bit of the last rack there to take a 3-1 lead. Edwin just wants to draw back to where he is. That'll do. Good cue ball control from Edwin there. Played that nice. Just to stay on line with the 8. Hop right a little bit. Yep, checked it on the end rail. Now he's got a little bit of angle the wrong way. He may try and play this as soft as he can and keep the cue ball in line with the 10, or he may run around the table. Going 2 rails. Edwin only have 4? Or does he have 5? I can't remember. I think it's only 4. Ace happy to make one on the ball. Unhappy to see his shape. He'll push out, try and tie up that 2. Oh. Really tie it up, more like set it up for a 2-10 combo. I'm pretty sure they have early 10s in this. Wow, that 1 ball didn't drop. I thought for sure it was going to drop. Ace, with all the bad luck in the world, makes the 1, but gets in the 1 spot on the table where it's even tough to kick. Well, I guess you can kick off the end rail, but not anywhere nice on the 2. So that tells me no early 10s. But Ace obviously fouled on the 7. Saw it, immediately called it. How'd you get the weight right? That looks pretty good to me. Edwin, looking pretty good today. Got pretty good control over his cue ball. Hasn't lost it too many times. And he's punishing other players for their mistakes with the cue ball. And I say that, but then he ends up here on the 6. I thought that was the 8, actually. But now that I see it's the 6, that's going to be a tricky shot. Mike halfway. Would love to put another one down before Yodi gets back to the table. Oh, he's a little fortunate to come out smelling like a rose on that one. Edwin as well. A little bit fortunate. 1 second, folks. Edwin rolling the 9-ball in. Just wants to avoid the horn in the side pocket. And he's done so, but just barely. And ace will concede that rack as well. Now, some players make it a policy to never give up a rack. I will rarely do it. Because sometimes we'll make a mistake. But at the same time, I don't mind if somebody else wants to do it. It's entirely their prerogative. A little bit of a sign of respect for your opponent's ability. Sometimes it can be a sharking move, but so rare. It's usually just a sign of respect. Some professional tournaments don't allow conceded racks, especially if it's pay-per-view or a big matchroom event. They don't allow it because they want you to finish the rack off and let the viewers experience the whole match. So Edwin on the hill. Mike Silvius just halfway, trying to get across that halfway mark. Oh, and Mike overcuts the 7. Ouch. He definitely wants that one back. Edwin coming out 2 rails. Doesn't want to go across the 6. That's perfect. Should be able to stop right there and then float down table in between the 10 and the 8 for perfect position. Up and down table. Ace gives it up with 2 balls left. Gives away the set. Edwin's shooting too good. Nicely done, sir. Over to table 1. Where Dioti's got a bit of a tricky little shot on the 9. Not a lot of two-way options here. You can bank side, and then you're banking the 10 as well. Yeah, he went for the pure safe. That's it. And he's ended up fairly nicely, too. Mike having to jack up and shoot over top the 10. Mike trying a split safety, but he's let the cue ball come out a little further than I think he wanted. Edwin through to round 3. Shane Sexton defeated CJ Durand 6-1. He's through to round 3. Roger Commendador and Keith Yip underway. Don Davidson against Terrence James. Blair Wenzel versus Hao Vong. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm very sorry. Alvin Silbermonte versus PJ Desané. Masahiro Hashizumi versus June Garcia. Sean Seguin taking on Michael Scott. Waiting in the wings. Lito Attendito versus Mike Isaac. That'll be a great match. Hopefully we get that one up on the stream next. I think that's what's happening. As Lito is warming up. Mike putting his cues together. Brad Porteous defeated Bob Frost in round one. This round here. Mike Silvius and Diodi Nepomuceno is the last match in round one. Mike up 4-1. Cody's got his work cut out for him now. I know he's a good player and shoots strong, but 3 down, needing 5. A tough go. Let me see if I can add something here. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so I haven't done this in a while, but we do have our player profiles, which for Lito Atendito and Mike Isaac, I haven't got it filled out, but it'd be nice if we had that information. And you could see who's playing who. I'm working on it, just really slowly, along with everything else. This job thing keeps getting in the road. Not that I mind the job. I want the job. In case my boss is listening. That's kind of nice. Mike dancing that cue ball around the 10. This should put an end to the practice, and they should get going now. No, Edwin or Lito wants one more shot here. Practice one more thing. Makes it look easy, doesn't he? Meanwhile, Diodi on table number 2. Just checking to see whether he has to do something funky with that 6 or whether he can just roll the 5 in and take the position. If he can just roll the 5 in and take the position, he'll be looking good. Lito, a little heavy with the leg. What? Is Mike a little too light? Nope. Mike got it there. I like the idea of the lag. I'm just horrible at it because I never practice it. Jody would like to get into this bottom half. Just somewhere in here. There it is, and now he's got a nice angle to come off here. Sit up right there. Maybe here. Somewhere in that circle. Well, he's a little steep coming into the 10 now. He'll probably draw this back to the side rail and call that a good effort. Mike and Lito haven't started their tablet. Just message old Justin, see if we can get him on the case. I was looking away there for a minute, so I'm not sure who got that, whether it was Mike or Diody. And that is not Ace and Edwin playing on table 6. That is Mike, Isaac, and Lito Attendido. We'll get that score changed ASAP. Thank you, Richard. Much appreciated. I'm sure they'll mark the score up. The players are controlling the score, so if the score doesn't go up, it's not me, it's them. Mike trying to kick off the near horn, going at that one. That was going to be a tough order any way you looked at it. Lito on the 50-yard line with the 3. Mike, a little tough to get on the 5 from there. He drew it right through. Needs a little bounce so it can take it to the side. That'll work. There's not a lot of room there. He got a little fortunate to go through there. Yeah, Lito with a tough 3. Unable to pocket the ball. I'll bring Mike back to the table. These guys are pretty close in Fargo. I think it was, I'd have to double check their Fargos now. The information on my player thing was a little old, I think. Mike's gone up a bit. Gone down a little bit. I didn't expect that. $672 for Lito and $631 for Mike Isaac. I thought Mike's was higher. Maybe just because when I've seen him shoot lately, he's been playing really, really well. So Diodi didn't mark up his last rack. So it should be 4-2. And then add this game in there. Which... Okay, he's going to add it on now. Nope. Or looks like maybe they're having a discussion about the score. Yeah, should be 4-3. Yep, there we go. He's been shooting pretty good, Brent. What do you mean? You're a 628? What happened to you? I'm just kidding. I'd love to, Brent, but I couldn't get the time off. From what I hear, Val from Esports Productions is going to be doing it. She'll do a fantastic job. Just one of those things. Whoa, Mike just about scratching in the side, but he gets the first rack. To be honest with you, I don't know what she looks like, actually. And, is that really an appropriate comment? You know, in this day and age. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, Lito with a good break, but unfortunately the three ball came across and got in the road. He's gonna have to. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I think Lito tried to make the 9, but pushing it over the hole. Uh, we'll see how that works. Mike banking the 2 onto the 9. No, he's playing safe, getting the cue ball up in behind the 6. That's nicely done. You would have loved to have been right up on the 6 and take away that right-hand side rail. But this'll work. Lito will have to come up with something pretty exceptional to take control of this table from here. Ball in hand to Mike. And on the other table, Mike pocketing the 4-ball top left. He's got that 5-ball top right, but he's going to have to do something to get in nice on the 6. The 8-ball is a block in the bottom right-hand corner pocket, which would be the natural pocket you would want to play that to. I can't really tell. The table's at a funny angle to the camera, obviously. But it's always a little bit tough to tell whether you should go for it or play safe, or whether the safe is even possible from there, right? The 4, the 5 might be the only thing that trips Mike's up here. That trips Mike up here. For some reason that sounded bad. Sounded wrong? I don't know. I don't know English. He's landed on the 5 fairly nicely. It looks like it's tight past the 7 though, so this could be a little risky. And Diodi trying to play safe, didn't quite get there, but he didn't sell it out either. Mike not quite there with the 5. Oop. We've lost the camera feeds. Seems like there might be an issue at the venue. You'll have to give me a minute. In the meantime, while we wait to get that back, we can take a look and see who else has got anything going on here. Keith gets by Roger 6-1. Edwin passed Ace 6-0. We saw that. Don Davidson passed Terrence James 6-0. Blair and Howe still going at it. Alvin and PJ still getting it done. Masahiro and June. That'll be a good match. Shane getting past CJ, Sean Seguin, and Michael Scott battling it out right now. As well as Lito Athendito. That was our feature match. Stefan Cotaccini against Jason DeLeon. Not sure how they're faring. Justin Lee playing against Utkarsh Zoting. He's in a match, so we might be a little bit with these cameras gone, folks. Well, Steve Lau defeated Juice Lee 6-0. Wow, that's... I mean, they both play well. Chris Jackson waiting for the winner of Mike and Diodi, and Grant Golay versus Ed Chipta. Probably saying that wrong, but that's the way it is. That's still wired in for that? Nope. And we're back. Or at least temporarily. Something's happening at the venue because my internet and my PC are working fantastically. Uh-oh. This might be a while. Gotta wait for Justin to get finished there. Do they have any matches going on the B side? I don't think they do. Oh, CJ Duran versus Paul Mack is underway. And Terrence James versus Arnaldo Enfiesta also underway. We're getting the cameras back sporadically, off and on. Yeah. Take a quick look here. Yeah, it's on their end, folks. There's not much I can do. Not much. There's absolutely nothing I can do. All I can do is sit here and wait and see if that camera comes back live. See if I can refresh the cameras. It's about the only thing I can do. While we wait. All those brands available at crystalpalacecues.com. Check out their website, their store, see if there's anything that catches your eye. They're out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Still no cameras. We'll hang out for a little while longer. See if we can get those cameras going. Gosh, I hope nothing happened at the venue, but maybe their internet crashed. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, Justin has just confirmed the internet went down at Q1. So I'm going to pause the stream here, folks, when I get word from Justin that it's back up. Oh, he's resetting, so we'll give it a few more minutes. Maybe it was just the browser that crashed, or the router that crashed. If it's just the router, this will only take a minute. If it's anything more than the router and it's something outside the venue, then we might be done for the day. Let's take a minute. What do we have on the instant replays? Oops, that's not supposed to be like that. Kind of in a holding pattern, folks. In the meantime, I'm working on this, and we'll see if I can get it off the ground. Anyway, working on this. Hopefully I can get this out soon. Just something I'm working on. It'd be nice to be able to get that up and running, but I'm a little bit stuck for time. So that's a little ways away yet. I thought I was closer, but I'm not. Massa defeated June 6-3. That's a new result in the last few minutes. Justin Lee defeated Kush Zoting 6-4. Again, another new result. Still no word on the internet other than he was resetting. Sorry for the interruption, folks. We are at the mercy of the internet. If it goes down over at Q1, then obviously I can't get pictures and photos and video from there. So just one of those things. What'd you think of the video? 4 people. Facebook and YouTube. Not me too. YouTube. Pretty sure Justin's running around like mad trying to get it fixed, but I'll give him a few more minutes. If I don't hear anything back or we don't see anything pop up, I guess I'll have to shut it down because there's no point staring at one simple blank screen. Got color options there. That's not working. Now, okay, so the word is from Justin that resetting the router isn't working. The internet is down at Q1. So I'm going to shut the stream down for now. And I'll keep an eye on it and listen for Justin. And if he can get back to me, we'll start it up again. Sorry, folks. Hopefully we're back soon.